Hey everybody, this is Dee Dee Callahan, and I'm really pleased to have another horse that I bred participating in this year's U.S. Event Horse Futurity, supporting U.S. breeders, trainers, and riders. This year's entry is Union City. Union City is a 2018 Oldenburg North America mare nicknamed Blue. She's by the Celle Francais stallion Omar Male, who's Berlin Narcos 2, and out of the premium Oldenburg mare Avalon, who's also a fine romance riverman. She's bred by Coolnagrana Sport Horses here in Oxford, Maryland. She's owned by Stepland Sport Horses, and she's being ridden and trained by Classing Equestrian. Here's a picture of her before she even stood up, so this is probably about 30 minutes into her life. You can see she had some really long legs. Her name Union City and her nickname Blue both come from the Blondie song Union City Blue. I've tried to name most of my horses after seaside towns, and it's kind of hard to find ones that start with U. So someone suggested the Union City Blue, because Union City is a seaside place in California, and her nickname came from that as well. As you can see from her pedigree, she has a number of jumping sires in there. Berlin, who's Omar Male's sire, is very well known as a very good show jumping stallion. And her granddam, Elvira Male, is also the dam of Jaguar Male, who's the #1 event horse producer last year for the World Breeding Federation Sport Horses. On her dam side, a fine romance has produced 5-star horses, as well as Riverman has produced 5-star horses. So a lot of eventing and show jumping pedigrees, and she's almost 70% thoroughbred, which I really like in an upper level horse. This is her dam Avalon at her mare performance test, and a couple pictures of Avalon competing with Sally Cousins in Aiken. Avalon did not have a long competition career. I really liked her bloodlines for sport, and therefore she was put into the broodmare band fairly early before she actually had much of a competition career. And that was planned that way. And it's really worked out, as you can see from some of her babies. This first is a 8-year-old who's going preliminary and has won at 2-star level, trained by an amateur. The second is an approved jumper stallion that is ridden by Doug Payne, who's evented at prelim and is now doing the 1.3 meter jumpers. This is a 5-year-old who's getting ready to compete training next year and actually won. And this is Utah Beach, who's a full sibling to Union City. He was the 2020 yearling champion East Coast FEH horse and was also the highest scoring FEH horse in the United States. And then this last picture is her foal from this year, who was champion at her foal inspection. And this is Lismore. And we hope to see great things from her as well. I picked the stallion Omar Male for Avalon because of his build. He's very short and compact, and I thought that would fit well with her because she tends to be a little bit long in her loin and back, and I think that this conformation will complement her quite well. He has a lovely head. Her head is a little bit plain, and although you don't ride the head, it's nice to have a pretty head in front of you. And you can see from his jumping style that he's quite neat and tidy with his front end, and that's one thing I really, really liked about him. This is a video of him jumping the 6-year-old French National Championships, and you can see what I like about his jumping style. He's very neat and tidy with his front end, but he's not exuberant. He gives the impression of a great deal of scope with not much effort. He carries himself well across the fence. He doesn't jump like a lot of the jumpers do up with an extravagant rear kick, but he makes everything look really, really easy. And I really like that type of jump for an event horse. You need to have economical way across the fence, and you need to have lots of scope. And this horse seems to demonstrate both of those things. Unfortunately, he was sold to the United States as a jumper. The rider he was sold to was killed in a traffic accident, and he was then gelded and sold as a hunter. So there's a very limited amount of frozen semen on the ground, and it's really kind of a shame because I think that this horse could be a really great horse for other event breeding. The last video was here's some clips of Union City at her full inspection where she was reserve champion. She was a little butt high at the time. The inspection was in August, and it was a little bit of an awkward time for some of these foals. They do best when inspected around 3 months, and she was a little bit older than is ideal. You can see she has a really elegant type. She's a very good mover, very elastic, has a lot of suspension, and ended up being reserve champion at the inspection. Thank you all for watching this video. I really enjoyed showing off my horses, and we certainly hope to see all of you at the championships in October at Fair Hill.